Hey everybody, Jim Heising with Red Foundry here. I want to take a couple moments and show you some really cool stuff that we're working on for sort of what I would call Red Foundry V2. The code name of it is Vector, and essentially what Vector is, it's a total rethink of how iPhone applications look and act, and essentially allows our customers to build very, very visually appealing and different looking iPhone apps very, very, very easily. A lot of our competitors out there, when you build apps on their platforms, they tend to all look the same. They're using standard Apple controls, and we really want to give our customers the ability to very, very differentiate themselves in their applications. And so that's Vector. So without spending too much more time on it, let's actually hop into the demo here. This is an example app that we built for Taylor Swift. A couple of things you'll notice right off the bat. There's no, again, sort of standard Apple controls like tab bars or navigation bars. We've replaced them with our own versions of what we think these user interfaces should look like in the future. So for example, when I click on a menu item here, you can see, again, I've got this very different methodology of a drill down. Instead of the standard Apple navigation bar up top, you can see we've implemented this really kind of cool, visually appealing, depth of field, background scrolling type of thing here. I guess we need to come up with a name for it. But when we scroll here, we can actually see, the page change as we go through it. Again, everything is sort of animated. You can see as I click on things here. Another thing that we should notice too is the standard Apple tab bar at the bottom for different pieces of the application. We've replaced it with what we call a radial navigation menu. So as you click it, you can essentially scroll through, click through and find different sections of the application and get to them very, very simply. So if I click on it, you'll see how it changes there. And if I go back home here, I can go back home. So another thing I wanted to show you too that's really different. We again took a look at table views, sort of line item things like news readers and things like that. And again, we said, what if we could make this much more visually appealing? And so what we've done is created what we call chunks or chunking. And then rather than having a news item on a single line and having to scroll through a long list of them, we thought, wouldn't it be really neat to be able to sort of build them into little window panes here? So you can see the background images of these change based upon the news item that's behind them. Another really slick thing in Red Foundry and Vector is what we're calling social media integration. And what's really neat about this is literally any page within Red Foundry can be connected to either sharing, so that I can share this thing either via email, Facebook, or Twitter. So I can very easily share this with my friends, but I can also comment on it. And you can see I've sort of left some comments here, some test comments of myself. But again, very simple to sort of post a comment. What also is neat about it is you can use your Facebook or your Twitter account to essentially log in and post these comments, that you don't have to create another user account with Red Foundry. So again, very, very simple to integrate social media networking into your applications with just a flip of the switch. One area I wanted to show you too quickly is in music. We've got some really cool new audio player controls here. Again, you can see the album here. I can scroll through the different tracks on it and scroll down and find the track that I want here. And if I hit the play button, you can see it pops up here. I can stop it. I can sort of minimize it here while I go through the app and do other things. And again, pretty simple. If I open this up again, I can stop it and it goes away. A couple other things to talk about. Obviously, there's going to be everything that you see in Red Foundry today, like videos. The video viewer doesn't work in the simulator, but you get the basic idea of how that would work. Another really major feature in Vector is going to be the ability to create forms. and basically you'll be able to lay out forms like user submission forms for mailing lists or feedback or anything that you want. So you'll be able to lay these things out and integrate them with your data sources. And that's actually another major piece of Vector as well, is no longer will it rely just on having RSS data feeds to everything. Literally everything in Vector can be customized to integrate with your XML, your arbitrary XML or JSON based API feeds. So that if you've got an API feed that spits out something like weather, or a dealer locator, or a store locator, we can integrate Red Foundry into it very, very easily, or you can integrate it within your Red Foundry pretty easily. So that's sort of another major feature that's being implemented in Vector. Before I finish up here too, I wanted to show you a really cool thing as well too, iPad integration, and I'm going to change my my device over here, and change my version here. And if we see now, with no changes whatsoever to the application, you can see this application running on the iPad. And so if I click into here, again, you get the basic same idea of how it works. I've got all of my features that I had before, and looks great. The only other thing is that we'll also give the ability to upload different background images, obviously ones that fit a little bit better on the iPhone or on the iPad screen, so that you can customize the images to fit better on different device IDs. But even with very minimal changes to the code, you should be able to create iPad applications very, very quickly and very, very easily. So hopefully that gives you a good idea of what Vector is. There's going to be more coming out in the next few days. We're very, very, very excited about it. We really think that this is going to be a differentiator for not only us, but for really you as our customers, and give you guys the ability to create just very, very slick, very, very impressive applications that literally no one else can do out there. Even people who are writing custom applications on their own won't be able to easily match the ability that you'll be able to create beautiful apps on Red Foundry. So again, hope you guys are excited about it as we are. We don't have a specific release date in mind, but it is imminent, within probably the next few weeks or potentially a month, but fairly soon. And we will let you guys know exactly when it's ready to go. So looking forward to it. Thanks. Bye-bye.